Yeah, camera's moving again, both of them. My mic come back into stream?
No.
Huh, that's weird. Yeah, that's...
You're completely offline. You're not streaming.
Really? OBS?
Yeah.
OBS says I got a good 2940 BPS output.
I'm looking at your stream on my other monitor, and you're not running.
Refresh your browser.
Okay.
I'm just curious because OBS is...
Okay.
Did that pull it back in? Yeah, computer rebooted.
There you go.
So how's this new feature we have that allows you to come back into the flight where you crashed? Or is that for physical crash, not system crash? Nobody knows?
No, I don't know.
I kind of like it.
How's it work? I mean, how do you do it? Because I just crashed and I figure, well, now's the time, right?
A computer crash or a physical crash?
Computer crashed.
Yeah.
Oh no. This is so like when you run your tail rotor into a
Okay.
pole.
Okay.
Not that I've done that more than a day ago.
More than a day ago?
But yeah, in that particular instance, when you crash your aircraft, everything just goes black. You get this big parump on your speakers, and then you're basically at or near the same location, but I don't know, maybe a couple thousand feet up in the air, and everything's running, and you're back flying again.
Oh, so it's automatic. It just kind of happens. So what do you do? Shut your crash control off or leave it on? Because I've got mine off because I fly a helicopter.
I can't answer that. I don't know whether that impacts that or not.
I would have.
I watched another person this week. We were online streaming together, trying to work out some issues, and what should have been a lot of bent aluminum, he just bounced around on the ground and kept going. So I assume he had crash damage turned off.
Right.
So in that case, he wasn't resetting. He wasn't doing any of that. I, on the other hand, was landing in a nice big open area on a rescue, and went to reorient the nose, and apparently I caught the tail rotor in a tree, and next thing I know, I'm up in the sky flying, restarted again. Like, what the hell?
Convenient. I was waiting for that. Yeah.
So my simulator crashed, so I'm launching it again and joining back.
So
Right
see, you're having crashes too. Is it the sim that's taken an update and maybe gotten unstable, or?
I was trying to load the flight plan in VR, and I think my computer didn't like it, so it crashed. So I'm just launching again,
Right.
and I'm not going to launch it to load the plan in VR. Just will load it in a regular screen.
I think
And then if you do that, why don't you go ahead and respawn at Whiskey Alpha Yankee Bravo, and I'll hang out there and wait for you.
Maybe I'll try to spawn right on you. Just right-clicking on your name and I should be able to spawn near you.
Okay. I do get a kick out of Microsoft Flight Simulator and their use of artificial intelligence. That's a lot of air quotes. Here we are out in the middle of the jungle, landing at a tiny little village, but because the flight simulator recognizes a road, I have the same traffic as you would find in Northwest Atlanta on a
Oh no.
busy Thursday commute. You would think the artificial intelligence would be a slightly more intelligent. Like, oh, we're in a very slim populated part of the country. Maybe we put a couple of motorcycles and an ox cart here, not Paris afternoon traffic.
Oh my, I spawned in at this airport everybody's at.
You at Yankee Bravo?
I am starting the flight. I think I'm there within 20 seconds. I'll be there.
I just saw everybody here, and that's where I spawned in.
Okay, I'm here.
What?
That's going to be a uphill takeoff for you, so be real careful.
I am not.
Yeah, I have a, I don't remember the name. I think it's a Tundra. It can take off very easily and quickly.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
Have you seen that?
Yeah. About a 100-foot takeoff roll.
So basically you just brake and you put the power on and you release the brake, and after maybe 10 meters or 20 meters you're in the air. But in real life it's like that, you know.
Oh, yeah. I flew a Super Cub on Tundra tires in Alaska, and it was the same kind of thing. You hold the brakes, go to full power, the tail comes up, release the brakes, go about I don't know, maybe about 100 feet, and then pull up 2 notches of flaps, and you just lift off the ground like in an elevator.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think it's even more fast when you've got strong front wind.
Yeah,
Like, it behaves almost like an helicopter.
Okay, who's here now? At Sugapa. Nobody?
Whiskey Alpha, Victor Alpha.
Yeah, nobody's here.
I'm flying
Wha-
towards you. Been flying, circling around. Nick Cannon has too.
You know what? I didn't redo my time, so I may have messed up here.
I think the most logical explanation at this point for tags is go with the assumption that regular can't see beta and vice versa.
Right.
They are 2 separate games.
Well, I see tasking party and CK now. Tasking party's flying right by me, and CK's coming right at me.
Well, I'm not on the beta.
Right.
And so who can you see?
Me.
I can see.
Me and CK.
I can see you and CK.
Right. I got a lot of fog. I must not have my real weather off.
I have real weather on, and it's not foggy.
Huh.
Yeah.
Fine.
I don't.
At least at
I
0727 UTC.
I don't, and it is.
Right. Does look a little bit hazy in the distance, but don't have fog. Exact same time.
Okay, Firehawk, so I am going to continue the trip.
Okay, me too. I'm heading down range.
Yeah, I'm leaving Yankee Oscar.
Yankee Oscar.
I think.
Was it Sugapa?
Yeah. Yankee Bravo, I'm sorry. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it well.
Well, we are leaving Sugapa too.
Okay, I just exited and landed in a helicopter.
You did.
125.
You did what?
I just changed my aircraft.
Oh,
I got a 125 aircraft. Huey 125 helicopter.
So what plane are you gonna take?
Well, I got the H125. Oh, I was in a Grand Caravan.
Ah, okay.
Makes it a little easier to land at the airports here.
yeah, these can be a bit challenging. A few of them. Look out for that tree. Somebody called Dead Stick in front of us. Makes you wonder how far off he is. I'm still trying to figure out these distances. Well, hello and welcome. It is Dead Stick. Welcome into the ice bucket. So the answer is yes, Dead Stick is flying with us.
Iceman, what's your speed at the moment?
I'm about 122.
Oh,
And descending through 1,000 or 10,000. I can't tell if Dead Stick's past this airport or not. Muria?
They don't have many roads here.
No.
It must be very complicated to move to move in that such a place.
It's a great place to own a helicopter. There's Confused Dad. Hello, Ricardo. Welcome back. Welcome back. I don't have my sound bites today. I hate this having my audio drop out. It's killing me. Gotta be a terrible stream. smooth the time back some more. Shall we stop at this airport or not? We've regrouped enough, I think, you think? I don't know. Do you keep
I'm
going?
gonna stop there and change. I'm gonna stop there and change airplanes here in a minute.
Okay. Karubaga. Oh, what's my runway at Mooyah? So airport runway is 5,900. Altitude. Altitude.
Yeah, decent length runway, 2,575 feet.
What? Yeah, I was looking at
That's
some.
what I have on.
Yeah, at Mula? Whiskey Alpha Victor Alpha?
That's what it says on
Little,
little
little,
map.
little nav map
It's
showing.
2,575 feet long.
Yeah,
But it sits at 900 feet elevation.
altitude, yeah.
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 That's what I was saying, 5,900 altitude.
See, and we're confusing everybody because we keep talking in feet or meters or whatever. We have to go back to our standard Sunday FunDay and put it in terms of either potatoes or bananas.
I think everybody still understands potatoes, don't they?
It's about 3,300 bananas long.
Oh well, that's about 6,000 potatoes then.
Roughly. That depends on whether you're using apples math or orange math.
Now, don't be comparing apples and oranges again. We've got to
Yeah, but nobody heard that comic routine.
You know, there are just best some things not repeated.
So I just will land on the airport of Karubaga. Karubaga. Just down
Karubaga,
there.
yeah,
Right.
that's behind us. I'm landing at Mulia currently, with the moon showing over there. It would like to see my landing gear down.
Yeah. Mulia.
Mulia, yeah, Mulia.
Yeah, I see it. Maybe I'm going there to land too.
That's where I'm at. We'll take a short break here. Hope you stick around, Twitch and YouTube viewers, and we'll see you in just a momentary. Be right back. And
Contact Center Ice 3 Charlie India Uniform 781 tree. Is type H miles west of Whiskey Alpha, Victor Alpha, 6,000 feet. Request. Iceman 333 Charlie 781 tree Biac Center. Squawk tree 427. Squawk tree 333 Charlie India Uniform 781 tree. Iceman 333 Charlie India Uniform tree radar contact 1 miles west of Whiskey Alpha, Victor Alpha, 500 feet QNH 101 tree.
Audio in Twitch and me. Welcome back, Twitch viewers, to another Sunday Fun Day. We're currently, where are we, Firehawk?
Airport called Julia.
Victor Alpha.
Victor Alpha and Muya and Pawpaw, not to be confused with Pawpaw New Guinea. So if you like, we go ahead and fire this on. I'm going to have to make notes on today's flight because it really brought the beta more clear to my aware. The reason I said that was because people even this morning, someone at Cece asked me what version we're on. And that's kind of hard to describe because we cover all versions, really. Some guys have got 2020, some guys, on 24, other guys on the beta, and I just realized that really full score today. I did update my little nav map this morning. Let's see if we can get back on flight plan. I was flying this little valley, see if I could come out somewhere good. It looks like it might. Let's get up over this hill. See who's behind me. Get my gear up. Back in the cockpit and nose down. The hills of Papa. Do a flip. Okay. Now I gotta fix my heli. not too bad. Yeah, barely heard it at all. Oops. I'm trying to slow down, chill out. 180. Yeah, maximum speed. Bet I heard it that time. Hello.
Hello.
How are you,
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear?
Yes.
What's up? How are you doing?
Doing wonderful.
Good. You guys flying together?
Yes, we fly FunDay flights on Sunday at 12 o'clock. We're in Pawpaw today, and I am streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. You're welcome to join us if you like.
Yeah. Where are you?
Whiskey Alpha Victor Alpha is where we just took off, and I am passing Whiskey Alpha Victor Charlie in Pawpaw.
Fine. Alpha Victor Charlie.
I'm passing that airport right now. Nice little airport, actually. Looks like lots of parking if you need to drive in to pick up your helicopter.
What server are you on?
Southeast Asia.
Southeast Asia.
Okay, I'm at that airport.
I just passed it.
Where are you heading?
The next airport, let's see. Next airport would be Victor Bravo. Our destination today is Whiskey Alpha Juliet Oscar. And we're going to hit a few airports in between here and there. I fly helicopters, so they're all short flights. We do about 120 to 140 knot. Where are you from, Ahmo? You've been...
It's
It's Amo?
Amal.
Amal,
I'm
okay.
from Jamaica.
Danae?
Jamaica.
Jamaica. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
True Rasta. No German Rasta today.
Very good.
I have a lot of German Rastafari that join us. Yes, but they are very German. I had a very good friend that all he listened to on the radio was Rasta.
Okay.
Reggae, I should say.
Okay. I'm not seeing anybody.
We
By the way, you're on the beta or straight?
I'm on straight. We have a couple of guys who are on the beta, and I'm on the regular version.
I'm on the beta. That's why
You
I still
won't
don't see him.
you won't see anybody that's not on beta. I think Firehawk is on beta, if you can see him.
I don't see him.
I see Dead Stick and Tasking Party behind me. And I'm just cruising along in my automobile. My baby beside, I'm at the wheel. Just cruising and playing the radio. No particular place to go. Actually coming up on Carabuga, about 10 miles ahead. And there seems to be a very small strip off to my right as we approach Carabuga. Oh my, there's more than one Carabuga. I'm so confused with Pawpaw. I am so confused. A lot of these airports have the same names. So I have Carabuga, the little airport, off to my left, but I'm headed for Carabuga about 6 miles out. Oh goodness, there's another Carabuga. There's three. There's one off to my right over here too. I got one to the left, one ahead, and one to the right. But to clarify, I'm going to Whiskey Alpha Victor Bravo. And I'll just sit down there.
Apparently CC's already there.
Oh, is he? Then he's on the other side of the hill because I can't see him. But he may be in the beta. Are you in the beta? Tasking party.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
No.
I just got out for a minute, so I'd go and get the Grand Caravan.
Oh, I thought that was
So
you
I'd
that
seen it on
said.
the map.
I thought that was you that said you saw Cece.
I did.
Oh.
I could see him on the map
Oh, okay.
as I was coming in.
And see, that's the other thing. I think we see everybody on the map, but not when you get in. Because I'm looking at Carabuga, the airport, and he's not down here, but he may be in beta, and I won't see him at all. I saw him last week, so he wasn't in the beta, but
Apparently he is in the beta. I think I remember him mentioning that on another flight.
so they do have a little town right here at the Carabuga airport, the one that I'm landing at anyway. There's a big town all around this airport, all around it. Look, this just really proves my theory that you about have to have an aircraft in Paw Paw to get anywhere. I mean, there's a whole town. Looks like motels and cottages, all kinds of apartment buildings. Right here off the runway, right off the runway. I mean, if we had an accident in Carabuga, it would be catastrophic for the entire neighborhood. I didn't know anybody anywhere had airports this close to town. It makes me want to go to my Google Earth and look this up. It would much like for me to have landing gear down before I land. It's not complaining anymore, so I think we can scoot over here to the fuel box and set down firmly. Take us 5 minutes here at Carabuga. Hope you stick around, Twitch and YouTube viewers, on our Sunday FunDay flight. See you in just a few.
Traffic.
Yeah, we've decided Cece actually is on tarmac now, so he must have heard me announce it on Twitch. So I just want to welcome in CC into the flight on our Sunday fun day. We'll be back in just a minute. I want to give him a minute to get his walk around done he's doing and get his aircraft started. Maybe he'll fly with us today. Welcome in, CC.
Bayak Center Iceman 333 Charlie India Uniform Tree is type H1 61 miles southeast of Whiskey Alpha Bravo. 5,400 feet. Request flight following. 33 Charlie India Uniform 781 Tree Bayak Center. Iceman 333 Charlie India Uniform 7 Iceman 333 Charlie
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't announce it. No wonder. My audio isn't on. Welcome back, Twitch viewers. We have proceeded from the airport. Cece, I'm sorry. I didn't get my mic unmuted properly. If you're listening to us back there. Let's go. He can usually catch up too. You're up. Can't tell if he's moving back there or not. Cece, come on, bud. Let's roll. Oops. See, there's what I'm talking about. My bottom two gauges went yellow. My top were still aligned. I backed it down immediately, so I got it leveled out. I think the problem is I'm going too long, too much stress, and it stays that way because I'm back. Good flight. Oh. I am not going the right way, though. Where am I going? Hope nobody's following me. I hope nobody's following me.
You need about 210 degrees.
I'm quickly getting back on flight path. I see you over there.
Oh yeah, you need to go roughly east.
I'm coming back. Yeah, I'm quite a bit. I seem to have a habit of doing this about once, at least once every flight, where I'll just take off and I start following the canyon, and it looks like the best way to me. It was going this way a minute ago, and don't realize how far off track I am until I'm like 5 or 10 miles away from flight path. We're back close to it though. We won't need to stop at this airport. Y'all can do touchdowns, touch and goes if you want. I didn't put, oh man, that was close.
Yeah.
That was close to having helicopter parts for sale. I missed my audios. Come on, retry. Come on back in there. Not going to. And I'm back off of track again. I looked up for that long. Yeah, I know I'm maximum speed. I'm trying to. Wow, there's a name. Jaya Wayaya. Jaya Wajaya? Jaya Wajaya? Yaya Yaja? Jaya Wijaya. Jaya Wijaya.
How about we're regular airport?
What's that?
Something. Hell, I am having trouble with this one. We're regular La Bar airport.
I
can't say it any better.
We're a Gelabar. 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 I'm sorry. I think he's worrying about the gel around his burr on his toe. Ho, with a follow. Somebody with a follow there. Who we got? Let's see. Let's see if I can figure this out. Hi, Speedy. Speedy, welcome back. I'm assuming that was you that followed. I'm having trouble doing everything with stream, and I can't find you. And get this back slowed down. Slow the flock down, will you please? So let's see if we can find out who did the follow. How rude I am. Don't even watch my own stream during stream. I ought to be ashamed of me. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I'm just going stall speed here. Party. I'm just going to start calling you Party. Go to my live. Go to my mod. And gotta find out who followed. Appreciate the follow. What's that?
Edgar
Nardo. Appreciate the follow. I knew it looked like something like that, and I knew that I wasn't putting it on. I see Ozzy Ace. Welcome into the ice bucket, you guys. You've fallen into our
Yeah. For some reason, it puts up Aussie Ace.
Aussie Ace. That's
Thank
your
you,
Twitch.
Charlie.
Yeah, that's your Twitch name. Appreciate the support. Welcome in, guys. Edgar, appreciate the follow. Welcome in, and again, I'm not paying attention to flying, and I'm paying attention to screen, and I'm gonna have a crash sometime here real quick. And I'm off flight plan just a little bit. Trying to slow her back down to speed so I can at least get back on the flight plan. Sun's going down quickly, so we probably ought to get some daylight back on it. You think? You think? Okay, don't say I'm stinking. You think? What was my speed? I'm slow. Speed up. There goes tasking party. And his generic piston.
Generic.
Yeah,
195 Skyway.
it says a Sobo passive aircraft, generic piston 1 engine. So it's generic piston single engine.
Well,
Yeah.
you should see Skywagon.
Yeah, it's terribly disappointing. I know. It drives me crazy as a streamer because I would love to be able to show your aircraft off in its correct model, or at least something close to it. I'm back speeding again.
Yeah. I'm flying right beside you.
Oh, I gotta slow down. I'm way over speed again. Dropping like a rock, but too slow. Too fast, I mean. Too fast. Arseball. Or maybe that's Arsebowl. Is that like the ring around your backside, Arsebowl? The ring around your backside, right? That's your Arsebowl. Okay. Guess I could shut my light off. I think. Maybe I can't.
Arseball looks like an interesting challenge.
Did you land? You stop there?
Did you have a look at it?
No, I didn't.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Not in a normal plane. I want to fit it with a parachute.
Well, if you can parachute in, you can
It drops
helicopter
at the
in.
end of the runway.
If you can parachute in, you can helicopter
Very.
in.
Well, I'd like. It's not parachuting in. It's a drag chute mainly. Not much to look at, except for the rocks at the end. I think it's a river there.
So I'm coming up on Whiskey Juliet, Whiskey Alpha Whiskey Juliet, if anyone is interested. Looks like a nice little runway to buzz the neighborhood.
What is?
Annoy the locals.
What's that?
And annoy the locals.
Oh, yes, yes. And there doesn't seem to be as much population as close here, but it does have some. Maybe they've had a crash. Looks like the end of the runway's cleared quite a ways down the runway. Like they've had some mishaps in the past. Getting back on navs. That annoying sun keeps going down. When do you guys, can you stop that? I'll bet Cece's doing that. I'll bet Cece's making the sun go down. As I look over here to see if he's in Discord. pesky sun. I do like an evening flight. I just wish it wouldn't go so fast. It's so pretty. I'm not seeing anybody anymore. Hubriki. Some cool looking mountain ridges over right here as we come up on Kubliki Airport. Kubliki. Some of these names I just gotta keep saying. Sound cool. Now, Elikim is the only cross runway we have. Elalim. And Elalim, I wonder what that means. Welcome back, tasking party.
Yeah. I lost connection on the internet, so just restarting now.
Well, I'm coming up on Elalim, which is Whiskey Alpha Juliet November, right? Yes. About 5 miles. So we go ahead and stop here, last airport before the destination. 5 miles out. Firehawk, did you already pass that? Probably. Because I'm miles.
I'm still 70 miles out from Juliet, Austria.
Oh, okay. So I'm coming up on Juliet November. Cece is at the airport. He must be watching stream. Wish I could keep an eye on that. I can't. So Speedy's also one that's been flying with us off and on for many years, and has not been one to talk a whole lot, but always good to see him in the stream and in the fights. Long-time supporter of the ice bucket. And valid, good member in good standing of the Bucket Brigade. No vortex, dude. Little town here, not really on the flight path, kind of off to the side, well situated, I should say, as opposed to the one airport we were looking at back there. I thought I just did that. I did. Ah, crash. That was good. That was really, really pretty good. See, I went upside down, man. I'm going to take a quick bio break. YouTube, Twitch viewers, appreciate it if you stick around. Be right back. Hello, Cece. Are we ready to go? He's the only one I see in a helicopter.
It's easy enough to get off the beta. Takes about 5 minutes to unload, and when you want to get back in about 5 minutes.
I think somebody told me that it was easy to make a change.
Yeah. Only takes a few minutes to swap. You got a 10 megabyte download to get in, and just a matter of changing from beta to non-beta.
Yeah, I don't think I need to go through that every time
No.
So Cece has taken off the tarmac and is in flight on the last leg of the SunDay FunDay flight in High Performance Groups Discord. Anybody wants to join us, you're welcome. Love to have you fly this last leg with us. We're just taking off at Whiskey Alpha Juliet November en route to Whiskey Alpha Juliet Oscar in Papua New Guinea, or not New Guinea, Papua. I think I've heard that before. Tasking party. I'm not trying to make fun of you. People. We've learned. I think we did like a 2.5 year tour of the world, and in doing that, a lot of different pronunciations come out. We realize people say things different. I always want to know what the right pronunciation is, so I appreciate that. I didn't mean to make it sound like I was scoffing at you or anything.
No, I understood.
I think, not that I wasn't before, but I think the world tour and certain world events and news broadcasts that I currently watch very frequently has really not that I wasn't, but it's really opened my mind to the differences in the world, throughout the world. The similar differences is kind of what I'm trying to get at. Bring it back up here to about 130. You're up. Well, I'm kind of pleasantly surprised because I had 2 blue screens and my audio provider kept dropping out on me. I really wasn't sure I was going to be able to make this flight. Didn't seem like it was going to. And still may not, but at this point, we've got most of it. I did have one crash where I had to spawn back in. So I guess that's not entirely true, huh? Oh, come on, man. That was close. There's the sunset I was looking for. Right there. Speedy said, "Ho, chat." Nobody in there. Nobody watches my show, Speedy, except you every now and again. Me. Do appreciate Edgar coming in long enough to follow before he left, though. There's another Wiggleburr airport. Wiggleburr. Wiggleburr, that's it. Wiggleburr. Wiggleburr. I'm out. You're pulsating, buddy. You're
Pulsating.
Yeah, your audio. You have a background. Boom, boom, boom.
All right.
That did it. Whatever you did, that fixed it. Thank you. Well, until you. No.
Maybe picking up jungle drums.
Picking up what?
Jungle drums.
I don't know, man.
wonder and joy, we'd all arrive.
I don't think it's going the right one. What's that? Oh, I'm hearing your no tunes. Roll that beautiful helicopter audio. Currently 11 miles out from Juliet, from Whiskey Alpha Juliet Oscar. Just over 10 miles, or 10 minutes, 26 miles. Hope the sun doesn't go down before 10 minutes. Yobasalam Airport. That must be one of Obi-Wan Kenobi's airports. Mojo rising at the destination just to let us know he's coming. Good to see Mojo in the flight. Always good to have him fly with us too. I imagine you're probably one of those 3 viewers on Twitch I'm not paying attention to, right? The Mojo rising. There's the Nong Mi airstrip. Whoever done it, Nong Mi. Is that Fame 1000 maybe? Fame K? Runway at 49 or 42,079 feet elevation.
You got it wrong there, Lil.
Did I do it wrong too?
Well, slightly. You gave it. It's 4,279, not 42,000.
Okay.
I was thinking it's around. I'm thinking it's equal to Mount Everest there.
I said 42,000. Dang. Imagine that. I'd sure have a nosebleed up there. Yeah. Yeah, I am.
You streaming? Yeah, I am. Alright, you hear me?
Yeah, so does everybody else.
Oh, well. You hear me? We're gonna take you. Where you going to get some groceries from?
Walmart.
Alright, we're gonna drop you off at Walmart while we go to my mama. My house on the next street of the road. Not right now.
Mount Everest
I'm
is
knocking on the door 5 minutes prior for you.
49,032 feet.
You know?
Yeah, about how long?
We about leaving like 5 o'clock.
Oh, 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
So you got hours.
yeah.
All right. I'll holler at you in a minute. I'm almost done here.
Alright. What's never mind.
I don't even know if I'm going right. Crud. Mojo rising. I don't know if I can get that high. Well, trying to get altitude and slowed way down. Way down. Using it right now.
Is Firehawk on audio?
Sometimes.
I,
Yep.
I am.
Hey, what's up?
I had to restart my computer.
I noticed that you popped out, so I was wondering. I'm having I'm having a hard time keeping up with you. I notice keeps happening if I, which I think is something that should be fixed. If I hit something, it loses power. The H145. If I hit something like a tree or something, the collective doesn't work. So if I'm going down and I'm trying to elevate out of the trees, I just have to allow it to just go down, and then I can.
In what? The H145?
Yes.
My first thought is don't hit the trees.
Repeat.
My first thought is don't hit the trees.
Well, but in reality, if you hit the trees, I can understand you're losing control and it's spinning and stuff like that. But in terms of not having any collective, then that seems to be not realistic. Or is it? I don't know.
I think in real life, yeah, if you hit the trees, you're gonna crash. Your rotors are gonna separate. In the sim, I'm not sure what the code is that causes the collective to reduce or the power to reduce, but it may have something to do with damage turned on or off.
My damage is always off.
That might be it then. I mean, you're not gonna go black screen and restart, but certainly bad things happen.
Okay.
I don't know how I slowed down to 40 knots.
So, what's the best top speed you can achieve with the 145?
The which speed?
What's the top speed top speed?
You want to stay below 150, and probably a good working speed is anywhere from a 5 to 35 maybe. If you're real light and it's cool weather and you're down low, you can eke more out of it. But if you try to go with fuel, some weight, and normal temperatures, you can try to go 150. You just overtime. So you can either be heavy, or you can be high altitude, or you can go fast. But generally, all those three don't happen at the same time.
Okay.
For normal missions, I know you like to do the missions. I know from normal missions, and the weight that Andrews put in the random and everywhere missions, I'm usually about 120 to 140 at that weight. If it's calm, smooth, if you're not coming from mountain waves, slightly descending, you can sneak it up a little faster than that. But overall, 125 is a pretty good optimum speed to work with.
Okay.
Charles Farmer, welcome back. Good to see you, bud. Fly every Sunday, 12 noon, Eastern Standard. Have everything up and running. Cool. Awesome. And you're feeling better? Great. Good to see you, buddy. Haven't seen you in a long time. Good to hear good news. Yeah, Sunday at 12 noon. Haven't really got a flight planned yet for next Sunday, but I'll figure out something. If you go up into the events on High Performance Group's Discord, you can find a link to the calendar. I generally post those by Sunday night, usually. Like Sunday night, the day after the flight, you know. I try to have everything set up by 10 o'clock in the morning on the day of the flight, usually long before that, but not always. I just looked over there and saw you had come in, getting back into flying, but diabetes was best of you. 2. Oh man. Whew. I can't even imagine. There, by the grace of God, go I. I've always had way too much sugar intake my whole life. Just in the last couple of years really started to even begin to get it under control. But we look forward to having you with us next week then, Charles. Do you still have High Performance Group's Discord? Send me a Discord message. I'll drop you a link to High Performance Group if you need it. Oh, that's, yeah. And they probably have a hard time scheduling you with diabetes for a surgery. No access to channels. I would say get hold of Pharaoh Steve and tell him, you know, you have had access. You may have to go through the sign-in process, you know, to get your rolls back. Yeah, just send a message to Steve. Dave probably can do it, but I think he just works with the helicopters, not the Discord. I think Steve probably be the one for you. Discord connections. Settling down into Oxyville, about 6.5 miles on a steep down. And I'm going to start slowing down too. Well, that'll be cool to have you fly with us again, Charles. That'd be real cool. Charles Farmer is one of probably the first person I spoke to in flight sim in 2020 when I got in. And he's been flying with us off and on for years and years now. Big supporter and member of the Ice Bucket Brigade as I descend as rapidly as possible 3 miles out from the airport, sure to have a vortex ring state. Sure to VRS here any second. On strict navs, killing autopilot. Getting us on the slow down and continuing descent. Uh-oh, I'm getting in somebody's way. I heard the traffic call. I'm getting in somebody's way. I'll try and stay off the runway here. Tasking party. Gear down. Man, these are some brave people here in Pawpaw. I gotta tell you what, they got the houses just real close to the runway, at the end of the runway, all that. They don't care. I guess you gotta take your land where you can get it. That's not a car parking spot, Van. Get out of my way. Okay. Used to walk around with Moses. Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely part of the old guard for sure. Yeah, you heard someone from the UK or EU. Ahmal is in here, and Tasking Party. I think Tasking Party is probably from your neck of the woods. Where you're talking about. If I remember, Charles has got, I don't even want to put a finger on it. I'll probably get it all wrong. Hey guys, thanks for joining. This has been another running of the SunDay FunDay flight here on High Performance Group's Discord, all over YouTube and Twitch at Iceman333 and Iceman333_. We've started a new stream in EVE Online. My new YouTube for that is Ice #333, I believe. It may be Iceman #33. Not hashtag, hyphen. At YouTube, but you can find us Iceman on YouTube all over the place. Look for us next time. Hope you come back. Fly with us every Sunday, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard. Same time, same bat channel. Thanks. And we're off.